And then I'm going to play this. Oh, it's not there. Yeah, hold on.
That's a fail.
Yeah, right off the
This
bat.
game was absolutely stolen
Well done,
from
Kyle.
us. We were excited about being in Big 12, but tonight.
Well, you got to shut up so it plays, so there's no talking over it. Shut up.
For 12 years, this game was absolutely stolen from us. We were excited about being in Big 12, but tonight I am not. We won this game. Someone else stole it from us. Very disappointed. I will talk to the commissioner. This was not fair to our team. I'm disgusted by the professionalism of the officiating crew tonight. Thank you.
Oh, what a great way to start off this No Sauce podcast episode, since it is Holy War week. You can see it's myself, Danny, joining us again. And John is in his truck right now, driving along, partying along, because the Dodgers just won 5-1. They're up 2-0 in the NLCS, and they're probably that series is probably gonna be over by Friday. So don't mind his dark screen. He's not, doing anything crazy except driving home from a work thing. Danny is prepping to come back to the state of Utah because he's going to be at Big Noon Kickoff on Saturday down in Provo. And myself, I'm still licking my wounds from the Cubs losing on Saturday night to the Brewers, who looked really, really bad in the first two games of the NLCS. So, welcome.
Kyle,
here we are.
Kyle, I realized why you were flying the W still. It's because you were wishing you were still playing baseball.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
It looked like the Cubs were checked out in that game 5. Kyle Tucker didn't look like he wanted to be there, and as soon as it was over, all the questions about his free agency came up, and you could just tell he's gone, right? And Dansby Swanson, had a couple really bad throws, so that didn't help, and I'm not disappointed. I'm happy that they made it a series, but as soon as it went back to Milwaukee, you kind of figured they were done. So yeah, so we're okay. I'm okay. I'll live with it.
Good.
You've cried all your tears.
Good.
I didn't even cry. I didn't have anything to cry about. I was on edge all night after that game with BYU and their football game at Arizona, trying to figure out if they were going to pull their heads out and win a ball game, and they actually did. So
they did. They decided.
I think if I saw right, it was like the live line for them when they were down 24-14 was like 40-1 that they were going to win.
Yep.
So I didn't get in on that. I'm not going to get in on that, but I should have, because that would have been nice, right? Like $5 bet for 40-1. That would have been $200. Would have been nice.
Should have done it. Should have done it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So
you gotta believe.
Yeah. Anyways,
believe.
Danny was at College Game Day this past weekend in Eugene. He had fun there, but he didn't have so much fun that afternoon watching the ball game because he's a Ducks fan.
Yeah, I mean, I really ain't got nothing on the whole college football weekend because, I mean, I was, just encumbered with College Game Day and, the Ducks game and all that. And then driving back to Medford in an absolute rainstorm and being up, I mean, the hours that I was up, it was just trying to keep my eyes open to get back to Medford so I could catch a plane. I had to be back to the airport at like 3:30 in the morning too. So it was a couple mornings of, no sleep. I mean, you try to go to bed by 11, 12, whatever, to get up at 2:30. You're hyped, you're jacked, you're ready to go. And, you shut your eyes for a little bit. And, I was not in the kind of a sketchy little place, not far from campus. It was, it was supposed to be a home to suites thing, but it was, they painted a turd good from the outside, but from the inside, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But that's what happens when you pay 100 and go ahead.
I was just gonna say we've stayed at some places like that.
Yeah. Yes, but like I said, it really just needed to serve me a shower, and to do some other things like that, and catch a nap. So I was close to going downtown because I haven't ventured around the University of Oregon since we're talking late '90s, early 2000s. So a lot has changed. So there was no PK Park, there was no Moda Center, there was none of that. There was the Science Center and Autzen Stadium, when I was up there. So, but nonetheless, it was a kick-ass experience. You roll up. I rolled up into Eugene, looking for a place to park at 3 a.m. and kids are staggering around. Like I almost thought I was in Nevada for a minute, just drunk kids, just staggering around, and I'm trying to find a place to park, and I'm in a rental car, so I don't want to park in a spot that I might come back and the car might not be there, whatever. So I actually asked a kid who was staggering across the street. I was like, "Hey man, where do I park around here?" And I'll clean it up. But he basically turned around and said, "Does it look like I know where to park?" And I have no idea. So, so it was cool. It was a great experience. It would be really fun to do in your early 20s. You definitely feel the difference in environment and the age gap, not just the environment, because I'm hooting and hollering just as much as anybody. But it became a mosh pit in a hurry. I showed up at 3:30 a.m. and the pit was already full and growing exponentially from there. So
Yeah. I can probably.
The biggest question for me is, could you have kicked it better than that kid that kicked it for the
Oh my God.
1,000%. Like, so
it ended up getting up to $1 million, didn't it?
Oh yeah, because they knew there was no way there. Yeah, no. And it's funny to watch because I went back and watched the broadcast. Right, like Pat's initial reaction is not what you saw on TV. It was, there was less than PG-13 comments. Nick Saban wasn't, exactly clean mouthed. The conversation, to see them off camera, but still, it's still on the big screens. It's still, being recorded, whatever. But it's not on the broadcast, right? Yeah. But it was pretty loose. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, he was like, "This is the worst person on earth." When you saw his boots, you knew immediately, like, either this dude really knows what he's doing, or this is going to be embarrassing. And I don't know, did it come across on the broadcast where he said he almost kicked the baby? I don't know if I saw that.
Where he almost kicked the baby?
Yeah. He was like, "There's a baby right here." It was like, and then it was all like his cheeks were like that. It was like a really cool shot. But I've got to improve my sign game. I know what to do better now. After kind of seeing that, I'm just in a hotel room with a Sharpie and some big ass poster board, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna just draw something, right? A couple different things, it was an experience. And I have suggestions if somebody were to do it again, especially if you're younger. But it was kind of funny to see the kids fade, man. Like, as soon as the sun started to come up, it was almost like vampires, dude. Like, these kids were running out of gas. They'd already been at the bar all night, or frat house or whatever, right? And they tried to hang for a bit, but that sun came up, and it was just like, oh God, gotta go to bed, because gotta be back at the stadium by 12:30 kickoff, right?
Yep.
So,
well, you got plenty of places to park in Provo this weekend. Like I said, you can either park on the east side of the stadium or up at the Marriott Center to walk down to it. There's a lot of places. Because the game's not till the evening, there'll be places to park for Big Noon Kickoff, since it's early in the morning and it gets done by 10 o'clock. So,
and it's going to be crazy to see the parody too, right? Like, because this kickoff show kicks off at 9 a.m. like our time, right? Like, this thing was getting kicked off 9 a.m. Eastern, East Coast, so it's 6 a.m. on the
dark and stuff.
Yeah, for the first hour and a half of the show, it was dark. Like, they had huge lights and that was cool. But I think it's going to be a different environment for sure. But
it was there last year, and mean, you could tell it was a completely different environment. It does start later, but I think it's at like 8 a.m. Utah time, if I remember correctly, because they try to get done at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. our time.
Yeah. I remember being down there one time when they were playing in Provo, and I don't know what year it was. It's got to be probably back in like 2012, 13, 14, somewhere in there. Me and Kobe were at my buddy's house, and the Holy War was going on, and it was a late kickoff. And who was the quarterback? Anyways, it went past midnight. It was a big deal at the time when I was down there. So I don't know if you guys remember back that far, but it was a big deal to go past midnight because it was on a Saturday night. Brigham Young, so on and so forth. I don't know if you remember that, but
half
so
these players are going to have to go
starts at
back
8 o'clock.
because they're not honoring the honor code.
Yeah.
But the Oregon game, man, like I'm not happy about it, obviously, right? I mean, that's Autzen Stadium, we don't lose there very often, and when it does, it hurts, and it's usually not in the most advantageous moments, right? Like, I mean, we've lost to Oregon State, we've lost to Washington, things like that. It was weird going into it. I don't know, like the whole environment. Even some of my season ticket holder friends were just like, dude, the environment's weird today. And that was pregame. That's pre-kickoff. That conversation probably happened about 10 a.m.
Do you chalk that up to having such an early kickoff?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, that's often that now that they're in the Big Ten, obviously they get some earlier kickoffs, but a noon kickoff, I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, Oregon fans are nuts anyways. I mean, there was the 14th largest attendance for that game at Autzen Stadium. It was 59,800 and some whatever. So, I mean, it wasn't a lack of like the fans not coming out. Like I said, there was just something a little different, and the team seemed a little. It seemed like they didn't know that Indiana's quarterback knew how to run the football. And I mean, often they just, you had 3 or 4 dudes just keyed on the running back, and he just pulled it. And I mean, in big moments, third downs, just big situations, third and long, things like that. So. And I don't know that Oregon's defensive line was prepared for Indiana's offensive line. They couldn't get any pressure, and you could see them coming off the field, making substitutions, and dudes just shaking their head, almost like, "Dang, what do we got to do?" Kind of a deal, right? Like I don't know. That was just my perception. That just kind of seemed how it was. So kudos to Indiana. I mean. We got a football team apparently, so I mean they got to keep doing what they got to do, and they have been doing, and I think the rankings reflected. I thought Oregon was going to fall a little bit more after Penn State fell off the map and fired their coach, and so I was fully prepared for the Ducks to fall to 10th or 11th or 12th.
Yeah, I think you're right about the fact that people underestimate Indiana's physicality. I mean, like they put 63 on Illinois, right? Ohio State didn't even put 63 on Illinois, so
barely beat them.
I don't know, and now it sets up Indiana. I mean, they still got to go to Penn State, but like,
but what's Penn State going to do?
To get into the Big Ten championship, right? Like that's what Kurt Cignetti's doing is crazy. What he's done at Indiana, they were a playoff team last year. They're going to be playing, most likely should be playing for a Big Ten championship. They still have a lot of football to play with. That's lining up for that.
They don't have anybody left. The Big Ten, the meat of the Big Ten matchups is pretty much done. I mean, there's a couple big games. Obviously, you got Michigan, Ohio State. Now, apparently, USC is decent, so Oregon and USC still have to play. I mean, USC's, I forget about them in the Big Ten, because they haven't been, relevant since they've been there. And then obviously USC Notre Dame. Is that this week or next week?
It's this week.
That's a big that's a big game. I mean, if Notre Dame is supposedly for real, 2-loss Notre Dame, right? Like, I mean, You talk about Illinois. They've lost their 2 losses are to what, number 1 and number 3 in the country, and they're not ranked. But Notre Dame's lost to number 2 and 6, or something of that nature, and they're 13th, 14th, whatever. Obviously, John, we've talked about that a lot. So that's going to be a kicker game right there. What's going to happen if, obviously Notre Dame wins, but what if Notre Dame loses? Where does USC go? That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Well, and then what happens to Notre Dame? Because how many mulligans, how many chances are you going to continue to give them and keep them in the top 25 with 3 losses?
That's got to be, if not it's got to be real close to it. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a fun week this weekend. I will just go back and look at the tape. I said it 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that this Saturday in the Big 12, winner of this game will be in the Big 12 championship. I know there's still a lot more games to play, but a lot of people are writing off Utah. Like, Utah's a fluke, whatnot, and they proved themselves, especially that big win against Arizona State last week.
Okay, let's hype down the Arizona State win, okay? Without Sam Leavitt, that team is completely different than what they were at Utah.
But look at what Utah's offense did. Okay, they steamrolled over a decent Arizona State team. Okay, it is going to be a tough match this weekend, and I will stand by what I said 3 or 4 weeks ago. The winner of this game will go play Texas Tech in the championship. If BYU loses this week, they will lose to Texas Tech, and they will not make the championship. They need to win this week, and then regardless of what happens when they play Texas Tech, they will still have a chance and be in that championship game for redemption. Mark my words.
That's a messy situation. So you're talking.
That's a bold prediction because here's the thing. Let's say BYU wins this week, right? Mm-hmm. They still got to go to Texas Tech. They've got to go to Iowa State, and they have to go to Cincinnati.
Yep.
So that's a bold prediction. Let's see if it comes true. I mean, they have to get through this week, right, to start it all off.
Yep.
But I mean, I to be honest with you, if BYU wins this week, I don't see them making the Big 12 championship because that is a gauntlet that they still have to go through.
Yeah, but I think if they get through that gauntlet with only 1 loss, they're still there.
If they get through it with 1 loss, yeah. But you go to Iowa State, yes, where the Cyclones don't lose, Cincinnati, who's blown out Iowa State at home, and Texas Tech, who's just really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that's why I say it's bold because of what BYU still has in front of it. Now, Utah, on the other hand, if they win, theirs is more favorable considering who they have to face because they would host Colorado, host Cincinnati, at Baylor, versus Kansas State, and at Kansas to end the season. So their road is a little bit easier. This is more for BYU. If BYU loses, BYU has chances to play itself back into the Big 12, though. Championship.
Yeah, but to that point, they've got to go. They got to turn around and go play Texas Tech next. They've got to win on the road there, or else they're done. Right. So this is a must-win for.
I mean, if they lose on Saturday, yeah, it's a must-win situation.
Yeah.
But if they win, it's not necessarily a must-win situation. It'll only help the resume more if they do win, just in case. But
correct. My big question is, whichever team. Well, obviously, if Utah loses, they will drop out. Which again, I don't necessarily think that's a fair call because then they will have 2 losses to potentially at that point 2 top 10 teams in BYU and Texas Tech. Which goes back to the other point. You can have a Notre Dame that has 2 losses to top 10 teams and they're still ranked. Why doesn't Utah? Why wouldn't Utah in that case? Or on the flip side, if BYU loses, where do they drop? Do they drop out completely? I don't think they should, but I'm willing to bet the voters drop them out.
Yeah, I don't see that, but I mean, where are we, right? Like, I mean, do we get the first official CFP rankings this next weekend? Is that when they start?
November is November's like the first week of November.
So once again, where you're at in the top 25, to me,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't mean shit until you start getting down to conference championship weekends, and now you're talking about the 12 teams, right, to get into the playoffs. I don't hold a lot of stock into it. I mean, maybe it's because I grew up in the pre-BCS eras with the AP and the coaches poll and co-national champions and like just a lot of that stuff. I don't know. It doesn't mean that much to me this early in the season. I think is where I'm going with that.
My biggest thing is, speaking of this game, what BYU team shows up? Is Aaron Roderick going to be that idiotic, get cute play caller like he almost cost them in that Arizona game? Or is he going to be on his game and play with, call a game with tempo, call a game that beats the pressure that Utah's going to bring? Is he going to call a game where he or are the wide receivers going to be able to get off man-to-man coverage? That's always been an issue with BYU when they play against Utah, because Kyle Whittingham knows how to play against Aaron Roderick's offense. And especially when you get a freshman quarterback, how is he going to handle the best defense he's seen all year long in Utah in a game where, if we're being very brutally honest, the Utes want to kick their ass for what happened last year? Let's be real about that. And I'm not saying the Utes are going to win. I'm just saying BYU better come ready to play instead of that whole hum. We just got to get ready for this game. We got to focus on this. Blah 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 blah. Understand this is a rivalry game, and that team up north in Salt Lake City wants to kick the crap out of the Cougars, especially after what happened last year, where they feel like they had a game stolen from them, even though it wasn't. But
John's getting naked real quick. Hold on a second, dude. Yeah, you're making. There you go. Hey,
I'm just getting yelled at. But by the way, all week BYU gear.
anyways,
good for you. No, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, you guys got a big game. I mean, that's that. I hope the atmosphere is stellar. Really, I do. I mean, I'm gonna go see what it's all about, right? I mean, I've got some ideas for some signs, guys. Hey, I mean, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna improve my sign game from Oregon, dude. I learned a little bit, and I'll go to the baby brother, pregame show and see what that's all about. I don't think it's gonna have quite the luster, and
you need to take a super soaker, Danny, just to see.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh, that may be in the works, Kyle. That may absolutely be in the works. So we're definitely along those lines. I'm going to make an impression in Provo for sure. I'm gonna be ducked up, man. I'm gonna be all ducked up and gonna have some foam fingers. I might go grab the fingers and show you what I'll have there for that. So I'm definitely
if you're all ducked up in the middle of the red and the blue, somehow you're gonna get a camera on you at some point in that.
100%. That's the goal. That's that 100% goal. I learned some things from game day. I mean, the first two flags, the big flags they fly at the back and things like that. The first two ones that were up at gosh, dude, it must have been 3:45 a.m. Were beaver flags. There was one big white and orange one, and then an orange and black one, and they flew those things. And there were some beaver fans that were messing with the cops, and they got removed and things like that. But it was kids crawling up in trees, posted up. I mean, it was a wild atmosphere. So. I'm looking forward to seeing, knowing kind of where I'm going a little bit. I mean, but it's a different show too, right? I mean, it's a whole different thing, but it'll be in the daylight this time. So Damien and I, we've actually gotten a room right there on. It's like the Best Western. That's right there off of the campus. So it's like 6/10 of a mile from Lavelle Stadium or whatever it's called. So
Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Yeah,
LES.
LES, of course, it has an acronym like that. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, I can't wait to be in the Holy Land, having some fun, dude. Like I don't know.
Are you
You
going
might-
to the game? Or are you just
No.
down there for the
You
show?
might get baptized, Danny. Someone
No,
will baptize you, and you'll get to
Danny, the power of Christ compels you.
Hey! I've actually, I mean, it'll actually surprise you, John. I've had a lot of Mormon impression on my life, so that's
There
a
you go.
story for another time. But yeah, one of my best friends growing up, one of the guys I idolized, his father was the bishop of his church, and they had 9 kids, and this is a little town in Southern Oregon, so I spent a lot of time over there and things like that. So I've found myself rooting a lot for BYU over the years.
Well, and
Go back to Jim McMahon days.
every Sunday you've been rooting for him. I see that Fred Warner jersey behind you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh, that poor God, dude. Oh, that's
Out for the season.
brutal. Yeah, that was brutal.
dude.
And then Puka had a scare in his game, but luckily avoided any major issue.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill was back on this
That's
week.
who that's who the quarterback was at BYU for that game that I'm talking about, dude. That's who I was trying to think of.
It was probably when Texas came to BYU.
No,
Yeah.
it was the Holy War, dude. It was absolutely the Holy War. Trust me, because
it was that same year that that Texas came and Taysom just put up, what was it, 40, 50 points on Texas?
Yeah,
like
he
in
ran
back-to-back years.
Yeah.
Just donkey stomped them.
My buddy's little crappy apartment was literally right across the street from Timpanogos. Oh shit, I said it right the first time. Yeah, is that how you say it? Timpanogos? Yeah, it took me years to say that right. Anyways, like we used to play basketball at the little elementary school there. Like that's how close it was, whatever. So yeah, when like the game let out, I mean, just traffic, you could right close to the the interstate or whatever right there. I mean, it was nuts for hours after that, and that was, like I said, it was a big deal because it was running after midnight. And are they going to walk off the field? Like, no, they're going to walk off the field. They'll deal with the repercussions later and do some extra praying and extra time on your mission or whatever, however that works. But yeah.
Listen, the spirit does go to bed at midnight. We know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, so now that I'm back on better reception and stuff, I will put this out there. I have a ton of respect for Kyle Whittingham and what he's done with the program that he was handed over by Urban Meyer. The first few years, I kind of called it luck. He's continued and done a lot of great things at the University of Utah. That being said, he's an asshole. Like his tactics and his like strategy each and every week, not giving a true depth chart or injury update. It's all little gamesmanship, whatever the heck you want to call it. But like in his press conference, what was it, yesterday or whatever, he can't even acknowledge a question about BYU or anything like that. I just hope we come out the gates and just roll over these guys and send them back to Rice Eccles with their tail between their legs. I cannot loathe a team any more than I can the University of Utah. And this is after in church conference, we've continually been told to be peacemakers. This week, there's no peace with the University of Utah. I will not wear red. I will not acknowledge that the University of Utah is a decent program after the comments I've just said. I hope Saturday we roll in and there is a war on that field and bodies are left. Like, plain and simple. I hope Jack Kelly and Glasker just get up on every single offensive player, and if they inflict bodily harm, I am A-okay with that.
Dude, I'll tell you what, dude. I'm jacked. You guys, I mean, we've got both of you have dropped ass since I've been on here. You're fired up. You're ready to just go. I mean, just go ape shit on the boys up north, dude. Hey, this is what gets likes, fellas. Yeah, let's get fired up. I like it. Let's go.
I remember my first rivalry game was 2009. Sitting in the student section, had tickets that year, and it was great. It's the year kicked off. We beat number 1 Oklahoma. That was the Sam Bradford, whatever farewell tour, if you want to call it. He just won the Heisman. We played them the very first game at Jerry World down in Dallas at their new AT&T Stadium and completely beat them. It was great. Here's BYU beats number 1 and everything's looking up. And then we ended up losing to Florida State. I think we lost to TCU at home that year as well. And then here it is, the Utah game at the end of the year, like redemption. And to win that one, get to storm the field, nothing felt better. And ever since then, it's like I want to go back and I want to see them win in person because too many years went by and had to sit there and watch BYU lose. And then the last couple of years with them being, picking up some tight wins. And, as Kyle showed at the beginning of the clip today, just sore loser. I mean, loser through and through. He should have lost his job. He just put a big old clown nose on the University of Utah's program. And you know what? Glad he's still there because they all deserve each other. Just a bunch of sore losers.
So I have a couple questions. First of all, is that clip from this last weekend?
No, that was from last year.
Last year. Okay. So
press conference after BYU beat Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just making sure that's that. So, what is? Because I'm not familiar with how deep the rivalry, like long-standing. Obviously, it's a big rivalry, but it's just not my rivalry, right? So,
yeah.
like recent history, long-standing history. What are we talking records-wise? Like
Utah dominated.
Yeah. There were a lot of the early years where Utah racked up a lot of wins, and then obviously 2010 to what was it, 2021?
How old is the rivalry?
Oh, it's
like 100 years or something like that. Close
yeah.
Okay. So I'm just checking back. When was the early years? That's what I was just seeing how far this goes back. So.
Yeah. Utah is, what is it, 62, 36, and 4.
Okay.
Per Utah. Here's the funny thing is they don't even agree upon what the actual record is. And
per Utah. So, what?
Per BYU, it's 59 and 33.
So they don't count the ties. Is that just quick math in my head?
Well, there's 59, 33, and 4. There's like a 6-game difference. So they're
Well,
I don't know.
On BYU's game notes, it says that it's the 97th time they've met.
And Utah says it's the 103rd.
BYU trails in the series 33. They're 33, 59, and 4 against Utah. So I don't know what I guess I could look up what Utah notes say.
Yeah, Utah notes say they're 62, 36, and 4.
He's doing the other half, Kyle. Let's see how this works. Yeah, you did one half, he did the other half. See how that's
I already got it.
Yeah,
the biggest margin of victory was back in 1980 where BYU curb stomped.
Well, that's McMahon days, right?
56-6.
Yeah,
56-6.
So BYU had to have a run in the 80s, 90s. They had to have dominated then, right?
Yeah, when Lavelle took over in Provo.
Yep.
Who? What?
Lavelle Edwards.
Lavelle Edwards took over in Provo.
Who the stadium is named after.
Yeah, I could put that shit together.
Revolutionized the game of college football. That kind of thing.
Revolutionized the game of college football.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
And the coach of the last non-Big Four, Big Five, whatever the hell you want to call it, conference champion. So the last team that wasn't SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, whatever to win the national championship, BYU back in '84.
Yeah.
So
I was alive. I was actually alive. I was 3, but I was live.
It counts. It counts.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah. Once again, that's great. It's been a while.
I mean, it's very similar to your guys' Civil War up there, right? Like the campuses. How far away are Oregon State and Oregon from each other?
45 minutes.
That's pretty much how it is.
Down almost down a 2-lane highway. I mean, it's 4 lanes now with the turning lanes sometimes.
It's quite a bit bigger now. We got I-15. It's 12 lanes.
Yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of difference in travel between Corvallis and Eugene, than Provo and Salt Lake City. So, But yeah, no, it's that's what I was getting at is how far. So the kids are going to come out, and that's, I mean, you're bred to hate the North, or they bred to hate the South. It's the same with us. I mean, I grew up in Southern Oregon, South County, and that's kind of how I become attached to Eugene, and
Mhm.
almost like geographically, there's barely any difference, but Corvallis is just a little bit farther north, and the fact that they were green and my high school was green, I think that came into play probably a lot when I was a little guy. Getting the jerseys and things like that look like your high school jerseys and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Eugene's came a long ways. Like I said, I mean, from back in the day, the Rich Brooks days and things like that. It's nice to see them grow, and that place is crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. It's so loud, so loud.
It's amazing what Nike can build, right?
Yeah, no, I mean you're not wrong. That's where we're at these days. Corporate sponsors, right? I mean, it just happens that you have a homegrown corporate sponsor. So I mean,
Yeah.
at least you're not bringing in the Chinese or something like that. I mean, at least you got a dude that's there. And it was kind of cool when I was at the Oregon State, the Civil War. It was Phil Knight Day. I don't know if you got to see the jerseys that were designed and for Phil Knight and things like that. And it was that was a super cool promo. And he ain't got a lot of time left. And what he's done there, and he's dumped the money in there, and they're doing a good job with it, because you can dump all the money you want into it, but if you're not putting it into the right places, your practice facilities and your health and nutrition and recruiting and things like that, then you're just throwing money at the wall trying to just get the big players. But I think I think Oregon's doing a great job of all those things, which can they give you a long-lasting program, whether it gets a national title all the time or not. But if you're there competing and doing things the right way, and I like where the program's at. So
Yeah. I'd be interested to see Oregon win a national title. I mean, with all the investment and just how fun of a program that's been to watch since the 2000s, really.
yeah, late
It's
2000s,
it's amazing that they haven't won it yet. So was kind of rooting
knocked on the
for them.
doorstep.
Happy for Indiana, to be honest. Like I want utter chaos in these other conferences, like the SEC,
Sure.
to have Ole Miss and A&M at the top of that conference. Like,
Yeah,
good. Keep the chaos coming. Keep it coming.
absolutely.
The only thing that would have been better is had Alabama lost to Missouri this last week.
Dude, yeah, I feel the same thing, man. Absolutely, and I enjoy the chaos as well. Like I said, we kind of went back and forth, but we were almost seemingly on the same side. We were always rooting for the small guy, and the only way the small guy used to get in is if there was utter chaos at the top. I mean, you're talking top 2, top 4. But there's even more chaos. I mean, you got 12 teams. That means more teams are, trying to get in. So, yeah, as November rolls along, things are going to get very interesting. And I can't wait to, around the Thanksgiving holiday. And that's when things are really going to start shaking out. And we'll see where the cards lie.
Yep. Kyle, what's up, buddy? You're a little quiet today.
I'm
I
just
know
listening to
you're still
It's
mourning.
fantastic that I don't have to talk.
We're glad that you don't have to talk either, but
You still haven't responded. What are you putting on the back of your jersey for Mesquite, John?
Oh, we haven't even talked about Mesquite yet. Yeah, John, welcome to the squad. You coming out, huh?
What's the team name? Like
Channel 4 News, basically Channel 4 News team.
Oh, well, I'm gonna find something good. I'm gonna find something good.
Well, you've got you've got to midnight, like tops. Like I gotta put the order in tonight.
4 News. Oh no, Channel 4 News. That's
Ron Burgundy.
Right?
Channel 4 News. Stay classy.
Stay classy. Yeah.
The thing is, we have a Channel 4 News here in Utah. So when I did a Google search, that was the first thing.
You know what's funny? I actually thought it was Channel 4 News in Salt Lake City when I first heard it. Before Chase got me involved in it, I thought they were sponsored by Channel 4. Like I legit thought they were sponsored by ABC.
So here's the question: have people already claimed like Brick or Fantana or
no? Nobody's even mentioned it. So you make a choice,
dude. Give me.
So okay, hold on a second. I think So we're not like Channel 4 News themed. That's just our jerseys. Like,
I don't
so.
care. I don't care.
Okay.
Like,
I was just making sure that's clear. Like, not Will Ferrell's not already taken and shit like
no,
that.
I just think
So
it'd
I
be
didn't know if
funny
that's
to have like Camp Kind on the back, and then all of a sudden, like when I get a hit, just yell out "Whammy!"
Yeah.
No.
or like I just hit a piss missile right up the middle and yell "I love Lamp."
That okay. So first of all, I don't enjoy that. I love the comment and I love the sentiment, but I pitch. So you do that, I'm getting blown up after that, dude. At some point.
I always take care of my pitchers.
Just put,
So,
just put like midget or Papa Smurf on the back of your jersey.
why don't I just put Redwood? Isn't I've heard that's been in like going around in social media that something about Travis Kelce and Redwood. I don't know.
Don't know. Haven't heard it.
You guys you really don't know?
no.
No.
Okay. So let me try to get some younger viewers into our channel real quick. So Taylor Swift released a new album. I know this because I have a daughter who is obsessed with it, and I think it's track 9 on her new album is called Wood.
Know the track. Okay.
And
Okay, go ahead.
and she goes on in the song and gets pretty detailed about. It's basically a song about Travis Kelce and how
I think I'm following it.
Redwood is what opens her thighs or something like that. Like, Kyle,
Yeah.
I could be Redwood. Kyle, you could be Sapling, or Weeping Willow or
Yeah,
something.
that's not gonna happen.
Mixed Forte.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you want to be Redwood, that's fine. Just let me know what you want on the back of the jersey. It might come back and say Little Redwood, but that's cool. Yeah, we can go with that.
No, we'll stick with my normal softball.
This is a verse in that song. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He amatized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. I can't even believe.
Yes,
It's oh my god.
That's poetry, Kyle. That is poetry. That is love.
He should have known though. Like she's written a song about every guy that she's gone out with, whether
Dude,
good or bad.
You don't think he showed up in the locker room the Sunday after this album release and was like, "Hey guys, what's up? Hey,
He
you
probably
guys hear Taylor's new song? Yeah, all about me."
He was probably had his Walkman on and listening to it.
What's a Walkman?
family friendly podcast. Oh,
We're talking about
what have I
trees.
done to you guys?
We're talking about trees, buddy.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, I'm from the land of the trees, dude. And that was so that's kind of funny. So one of my signs said Pat loves green, and it had a picture of a tree. And if you watched the pregame show, he actually said, because there was a big deal. One of the favorite signs of the day was something about smoking cigs because of the coach's name was Signelli or whatever his name is, right? And at the end of game day, Pat was like, "Yeah, because you up in Eugene, you don't smoke cigs, you just smoke trees, dude." And I mean, the campus lost it, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I tell you what, it was dude. People can't smoke in Eugene. Like, there's an outdoor act like that you can't smoke within like 15 feet of a building or whatever. If you watch College Game Day, it looks like there might be a campfire behind the set because of all the haze, if you will, from the college kids in the pit, dude. And the cops didn't care. They were just like, whatever. These kids are here.
What's all legal?
When he picked Indiana to win that game, though, I think it took a lot of air out of those students.
It was nobody expected Pat to take Indiana, but I mean, honestly, if you think, everybody expects because Pat loves Oregon, but I mean, they're playing Indiana. I mean,
But
where's
he's an
Pat
Indiana
from?
guy. His wife's an Indiana guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like they should have known that could have happened, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it possibly would happen, and I mean, if we're talking about, if we're being honest, I mean, that's the best thing for TV, right?
Right.
That's what gets your ratings. I mean, you don't have the clean sweep, and if you watch, I mean, they don't like having a clean run across the bottom of the board, right? Because that doesn't drive ratings, and that doesn't do things.
That's how it was with the BYU call from this last week. They all picked BYU, and I was like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like mentioning a no-hitter, right? Gosh, dang it. Don't talk about it. Why'd you mess that up?
Yep.
So Danny, John just messaged me and said he wants T-ball as the name on his jersey.
Perfect. There you go. Well, Kyle, I need you to
to our group message right now, since
I need you to compile all that information and send it to me in one kind of a file so we can send that over to Kyle and send the money over in one shot tonight.
Yep. Guys, we're doing drug deals here live on the No Sauce podcast.
Hey, what number do you want? What size do you need?
I put it in there.
No, you didn't.
It's the little M.
Hold on. Hey, Danny, let me read what I wrote. He said, what size jersey and number? I said medium.
Oh, medium.
Pound 13.
Are you sure you're going to fit into a medium? That's like our TikTok.
Kyle, I fit into a medium just fine there, buddy. I know you can only get one of your breasts into a medium, but I can get my whole body into one, buddy.
I really do have a tank top that's men's medium.
I know. I've had to wear it a couple times.
Yep.
No, we hid the men's medium and made you wear the women's one, didn't we? Or was it the other way around?
I had to wear the yellow one in Evanston. I had to wear the pink one in Elko once.
Well, we had two of them in Elko. There was a men's medium and a women's medium.
I think I wore the men's medium.
Yeah, I think so, because the women's one came up missing for a minute.
Yeah, Kyle kept it to sniff it. It was weird.
Yeah, I didn't. I got rid of that.
The yellow one is in a landfill far, far away. That thing.
Can I just tell you that first game where I had to put it on my last at bat, right after my last AB in that first game?
Or what tournament are we talking about?
The Evanston one. The first time we had
the original one, when the chick helped you put it on and we had to peel it off.
I told Heather about this tank top, right? I tell her how tight it is, how small it is, and how I'm trying to put it on. She's just over here laughing. I haven't heard her laugh like that for a long time. And then I tell her some lady actually came out of the stands.
Yeah,
pull it down in the back. And she laughed even harder at that.
Well, the best part about it is because she thought we were she recognized we were a bunch of assholes, and all of us left you hanging trying to put this thing on because we had to go out and play defense. Because you were just EHing, and she felt bad. She's giving us the look like, you guys, this is messed up, and we're like, no, this is gold. This is exactly what we're looking for. I mean, even the next time, remember when you were up to bat with 2 outs? Our entire team is rooting for Kyle to get out, and everybody there in Evanston is like, what are these guys talking about? And we're like, just wait for it, dude. Just wait for it.
It's 2 outs, and we're on the main field, so we're the focus of everybody here. And these guys are cheering for me to get out, and I hit a laser into right field. I ran down the line. I was like, F you guys. I hate you guys, as I'm running down the first base.
And nobody gave him 5. We ignored him after that. We're like, yeah, whatever, Kyle.
So hold on. So what's the rule? What if he is on base and then somebody forces him out at second?
Whoever, if a batter hits into the to the force out, the hitter is wearing the shirt.
Or if a runner tries to advance an extra base and they get tagged out.
If you do something stupid in the inning, we're gonna change the rules.
Right.
If you do something dumb and try to hey, I'll take it off the batter and put it on you, absolutely. But But
if
yeah,
there's a
no,
third base coach sending him, and is it on the
yeah,
third
no,
base
that's
coach?
no. That's because we try to be aggressive sometimes. We don't let Damien coach third though because he gets people hosed all the time. I mean, I've gotten a couple people thrown out, but I mean, we try to be aggressive. And sometimes, I mean, sometimes guys have to, they have to make a perfect relay, and sometimes they do. And sometimes runners don't listen either, you know.
You
And when
don't
you're
say.
trying to send them and they're hesitating, you know, whatever. But
if it's a tag play where it's the third out, if it's a tag play, the person that gets tagged out is usually wearing the jersey because they made the third out, right? If it's a force play, we're giving it to the guy that was hitting because, well, they hit into the third out, right? So
95% of the time, it's the batter. I mean, like I said, I mean, that third out, if I'm bringing a guy to third and he gets thrown out, I'm not putting a jersey on him because he's listening to me, right? Like, that's what we want as base coaches. Like I said, trust me, you know, and because as soon as you hesitate, that small little hesitation is what gets you thrown out. So if you just trust me and come here, then you should be fine. So, you know, you can't just shove a jersey on him. They ain't going to do it next time. so for the betterment of the team, generally it's on the batter, which flies out to end the inning or grounds into a double play, which sometimes I have a tendency to do when I get in my own head. I'm kind of a double play machine.
Swinging where you're not even close.
One time, Kyle. One time in my ever existence of slow pitch softball, dude, I struck out 3 times in my entire high school career.
Hey, I'm just saying, like it was fun to watch you strike out in slow pitch softball. I had to wear the tank top twice.
I'm so glad it wasn't on camera.
Hey, did it have built-in support for you, Kyle? Like,
no, John, it was tight enough that it didn't need built-in support.
Dude, it supported him more than he's had in a long while. It was like Corsica type of a deal, dude. I was sucking some things in.
I have a picture from Elko. I can't really.
Whatever. Yeah.
Corsica is an island off of the coast of France.
And it's also a car.
That's
so, yeah.
true. That is
yeah,
true.
yeah, I screwed that up both ways, but good catch. Yeah, I like it.
You just sent John a picture.
Oh, let's see.
I got to grab a drink. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking amongst yourselves.
Kyle, I've seen this. Okay, I don't need to see it again.
Well, I was sending it to you so that it would come through because I can't share because I'm not on Wi-Fi, and I wanted to put it on the podcast. People could see it.
We don't want to put this on.
Oh, come on! Don't be scared now.
Kyle, you're gonna bring down the brand.
Is it the cartoon version or the real version?
No, it is
was classic. That was a good one.
It is the real. It is the real life.
It's the one from Elko. Coach Yock took it. So.
Oh yeah.
From that first night that we played. Yeah.
I typically, when you send me stuff on my phone, Kyle, like the link to this, I use my my Teams chat from work to like kind of like I put it in there so that I can just quickly access it from Teams. I'm not going to do that with this picture, so give me a minute. I'm using my personal email because I don't want my company to be like, John, can you explain this?
Oh, it's so great, man! It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's something.
Good times. Good times. We have fun, John. And John asked why we're going to Mesquite instead of Vegas. I told him it's cheaper. There's more golf courses, and we're not all spread out. And I don't have to risk getting standing room only, no view seats to a hockey game. And we don't have to risk, an Airbnb where we're possibly living with somebody who's breaking the law. So.
Yeah, you got Hondurans in the garage and all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, that's definitely helpful.
So,
no, we're gonna go kick it. So yeah, John, can't wait to ball out with you, man. Don't suck, please.
And we can finally get mic'd up on a golf course. That's what's cool. We can get mic'd up on a golf course.
Yeah, we're coming a ways with that, dude. I like it.
It's fun. It is so much fun. I haven't had any softball games, so I haven't been able to do it lately. I don't know if you did it when you were at college.
Dude, I got a few a little bit of the beginning of game day, but it was so crowded. Like I had a backpack on, and I mean, it became mosh pitish so quick, dude. I was like, "There's no way." And that's all I could do. If I lose a mic, like I was like, I'm not even trying to mess with this right now. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Hey,
I
Kyle, are you gonna share my screen?
Here we go, folks. Here's what we wear when we make the third out. This is the best picture ever. Maybe not. It's not the best picture ever, but it's a good one. You're going to see it here.
Let's just zoom in here.
Look at that guy playing catcher.
Oh yeah.
Look, it looks like you like swallowed a turkey.
The yellow one was smaller than that one. The yellow one was smaller than that one.
My question is behind you, dude. We got shit hanging on the fucking. Is there fucking game day people behind us with signs, or what's all that stuff behind you with the
Looks
pink
like picture, like
I don't know,
poster board with
Oh,
pictures and stuff.
okay, I see where we're at now. Okay, oh yeah.
Can we ask the more important question?
Yes.
What is on the tank top? It looks like Kyle spilt a drink or something.
So
Where?
okay, so like,
Or like he rubbed up against his car with it on.
Explain this.
yeah. Well, you're gonna kind of feel shitty when I explain it to you, but
Keep it family friendly, please.
no, I am. Yeah, absolutely. It's the children of Stephanie, who was tragically murdered by her husband. So it's actually the picture of them when they were like, I want to say 5, 7, and 11 years old. And then the picture on the back of the jersey is Stephanie and her mom. So they were jerseys in memory of the kid, for the kids and things like that for the tournament. So they were really cool. We'll have to give a shot of the. I'm on my phone right now, but yeah, you'll have to see. I'm sure I'll show you one of the jerseys when we go to Mesquite. They're super cool jerseys. Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. Unfortunately, Kyle stretched it out so the pictures look all pixelated and stuff. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Whatever. I see where this is going. Whatever.
It's okay, Kyle. Hey, by the way, I've been coming up with some jokes and stuff for when we get on the golf course. I'm just ready. Okay.
You're coming up with jokes on the golf course?
Oh yeah. When I was driving tonight, I was like, next time I go golfing with Kyle, I've got a couple good ones that I'm going to.
I don't know why you need. I don't know why you need jokes on the golf course. I'm already bad, so like.
I know, but it just. Hey, if we're putting mics on, I want it to be entertaining, and if we don't make fun of each other, Kyle, how's it going to be entertaining?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, unless you get really
right.
good at just shanking the ball into somebody's like window, like that'll get views. But like you bouncing it off some rocks, people are just going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for this guy."
I got a golf shot for you, John.
Let's see it.
Well, I mean, you'll have to come to Elko and see if you can make it over the net.
Don't threaten him with a good time.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to hit that building. I know which ones you're talking about.
What's super hilarious is I don't think, like, the way the golf course is situated, like, I don't think that there was ever really a legitimate shot of somebody hitting a golf ball at the temple. But now that there's a net there, I can guarantee you.
I'm going for it.
I can guarantee you that people are like, bro, hold my beer. Hold on a second, dude. Yeah. Give me my driver. I think I can get it from here, dude. Like,
he said, hold my beer. Yeah, nice.
Hey, you come out to Elko, you know how it is, Kyle. You know the people that go up there and golf.
Out there yet? Like the one year we went out there was a tournament. This year, we just had so much going on because
it's just former softball people that go golf, dude. It's the same crowd. They just have more money and act snootier.
Yeah. Oh well, we got to find a golf course in Mesquite. There's a bunch of them that we can go play. So, I'm down. Everybody's down. That's going down on Thursday. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
This guy, if he decides he's going to come down on Thursday or not, but it is. Yeah.
Kyle, I will embarrass you six ways till Sunday, buddy. So if you want me to come down and show you what's up, I will come down Thursday.
Well, we're going
man.
Thursday,
even with
so
a bad back and all, I will utterly dominate you. I will make fun of you, and it will be the greatest weekend of your life.
Okay, so you guys can have the front cart. I'm gonna be like one of the back carts. I'll meet you guys at the end.
I don't want to be on a cart with Kyle. The last time I saw Kyle in a cart, it got stuck.
Is this a real story?
no, true. Actually, there's two of them. We have two of these.
Yes.
We have two of them. So this is great. It was Vegas COVID year. We were going down for the Worlds, right, in December.
Can it be 2020 or 2021? Does it have to be COVID year?
It was 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was 2020. Yeah, it was December 2020. Yep. We go down to Vegas, even though the tournament was canceled at that point, right? They had an Airbnb that we had already paid our portion for, so we just decided to go and stay down there, and
NCS Worlds?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so we stayed, we went and played golf, got our buddy Kit, who flew in to, hang out with some of his friends for his birthday, and he, came golfing with us. And I hit one out into the sand, off the course. It's not sand either. It was like out of bounds. And
it wasn't like he was driving through like a sand trap. It was just there was sand along the side. Like, and it was, whatever. Like, you could tell that people had kind of driven through there before. Kyle gets down there, hits his ball or gets his ball or whatever, and he goes to drive out, and he's like stuck. It's just trudging along with the little engine that could. I think I can. And then he gets out and is like pushing it.
I had one foot. I'm standing out on the sand, Danny, with one foot on the gas and the other foot
just pedaling, just doing the Flintstone with one foot
to be able to get going. I couldn't get going, and it finally did. So that was one.
But you got out. But you got out by yourself.
I did. But it's all on video.
It took some coercing from.
Video.
I hope it's on video.
Somewhere, Kit, our buddy Kit, has it on video. I have to have him send it to you, but yeah, it's on video. Then it was 2 years ago. John and I were golfing with we were in Vegas for the WAC tournament, and we went golfing the morning of the championship Saturday, right? And it was raining, it was wet. We went and played with one of the players from another team's dad. He invited me to go play golf. So it was a good time. He took off after the first 9. We decided to play, the other 9 that we were going to, finish out 18. And I believe it was on like the 16th or 17th hole, wasn't it? It was close to being done.
Somewhere there.
Somehow, I think one of our balls got on close to the sidewalk. And so we're driving over there. It's muddy. It's wet.
We hit the brakes.
We hit the brakes and we slid, right? And we almost slid over. Like there was a little ledge there that we almost slipped over.
It was like this little, almost like a little ravine type thing. Yeah. With
and then he gets in the car and he's trying to drive out, and it's just spinning. Like, it's just, I mean, I have it on video too. I have to go find that, but we have had some adventures with golf carts.
Yeah, I don't want
together.
It all ties back to Kyle. So,
well, that same week,
common denominator, Kyle.
That same week, the first day we got down there in Vegas, we went and played 9 holes at the golf course that's right by the airport over there by the Las Vegas sign.
Jankety.
We're on it was horrible.
Bad.
It was such a bad course. We walked. Well, so we were. It was the 8th hole, 7th or 8th hole. Some dude just walks on the course, looked like a homeless guy, and just goes and lays down on the one side of the green. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? What if we hit him and stuff like that? I actually went up and gave him $5 because I didn't know if he needed it or something after we were done with the hole. But
you should have turned that into a whole new game, dude. That's putt at that time, dude. Hey, can I get it in his mouth? I think I got this, dude.
You mentioned that, but we just didn't. We didn't have the heart to do it. We've had some good times.
Hell yeah.
Good times.
Oh yeah, that second round in Vegas, that was the one where you kind of like pansied out and you were way too cold and didn't want to finish playing the whole way through.
No, I played the whole way through. What are you talking about?
Was Kyle pouting?
He
No.
was. He was
It was
I
after
can see
you
that.
went-
I hate this
playing
game.
after
You're
the first
making
five
beep,
goals.
beep, beep, beep.
He's such a liar and a fat face. I finished out the whole round.
Begrudgingly.
No, not begrudgingly. I finished out the whole round.
Dude,
So-
you were no, we actually didn't. I remember we left a little early.
No, we didn't. We finished out the whole round because the 18th hole is right there where the clubhouse is. We finished at that hole. You're such a liar. Don't lie to me.
No, I'm pretty sure you.
No, I
Pansied
didn't.
out.
No, because you were driving, so I couldn't have finished. I couldn't finish early.
I remember you saying like, "Yeah, I'm good to turn back." And I was like, "No, I paid for 18. We're playing
No,
18."
I never said that. Shane, the guy that we were golfing with, he turned back. I didn't. So
Oh,
by,
yeah.
Blame the guy that's not here.
Yeah. Shane, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kyle's like that.
we finished 18 holes. Yeah.
Let me know how that bumper tastes, there,
Whatever.
Shane. I'm sorry he throwing you under the bus.
That's
Kyle,
good.
how dare
That's
you?
good.
Last time I played golf, I hit somebody and we drove off, and I didn't even apologize. Danny,
Kyle.
What?
in Edmonton, I hit somebody. Remember?
Oh no, I forgot about that actually. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Then we drove off too. They were pretty mad at me.
Duh.
I didn't realize I hit the guy though. So
That's fine. That's fine.
maybe Yak will be walking around the. John, you're gonna have a hoot when you meet Yak too. He'll go over to the vape shop and come back with a cigar about that long, maybe longer, and then it'll be about that. I don't even 2-hand thick.
It legitimately took him 5 holes to light this big sum. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was a home wrecker, dude, for sure, dude. I mean, it
Why?
was.
Why?
I mean, I guess if you smoke, right? Like, would teach their own. Like,
I guess. Like
he wanted that cigar. He definitely underestimated the girth of said cigar
just
because
redwood.
and it was of the redwood, it was more of the blackwood actually, kind of a deal. But you went there, not me. I just we dove into that. But anyways,
Whoa.
We didn't
legitimate-
We didn't dive into anything there. Okay, we didn't.
well, you did. So
Oh,
so yeah, legit, because of the wind. Obviously, we're on a golf course. He's trying to light this cigar that's got the end of it's that big, and he's trying to light it with a Bic. So he's laying over next to the golf cart, like trying to, and he gets like the little corner of it, and he's puffing on this thing, trying to get it lit. And it took him. He finally threw it away. It was like still like this big. He threw it away. He was like,
when
this
we
thing's
got back
active.
to the campsite, he would put it in a little plastic Ziploc bag.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he would carry that Ziploc bag around from time to time, then pull it out and try to light it. He left it on the golf course a couple of times where he had to go back a hole.
Back to he left it on the green a couple times.
Yeah. He somehow found another one in Elko, like that he got, or no, he bought two.
No, he bought 2. He bought one for the road before we left on Sunday, Saturday night when we went down to the deal. He bought one so he could bring one back to Elko, and he puffed on that thing the entire Stephanie's tournament too.
Yeah. He did that around. My wife saw him have it. She's like, "What? How does he even smoke that?"
And
there's a way.
Even him, who he's I mean, he's at least a pack a day guy, right? Like, he was even like, I can't handle that anymore. That's just too much smoke, dude. This thing, yeah, dude. Like Will Smith said, dude, you bite it, don't light it, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And with that, folks, we are going to end this episode of the No Sauce Podcast, season 4, episode
Light it,
5.
don't light it. Jeez.
Hey, it's a
Light it,
song
don't
lyric,
light
dude.
it.
Go check it out.
We have had some fun making memories. We're going to make some more memories in about a month in Mesquite. Maybe we'll do a podcast episode Thursday night from poolside at Virgin River Hotel. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be in Salt Lake this Friday and next weekend too, because I'm coming to Sandler. So
Nice.
Yeah, might see you Saturday morning at that big noon kickoff.
let's do it. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like, give me your number, dude. It's just me and Dame because apparently,
with you.
Just hold on, Kyle. Apparently, everybody in Salt Lake is trying to be, is lame right now. So apparently, John's the only cool guy that wants to go to Big Noon Kickoff. So hey, see you there.
Yeah.
Wow! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah.
Kyle, the as it says in the scriptures, the wicked take the truth.
If my wife will let me come down from the family cabin, I will.
Heard that before. Heard it before. Not gonna happen.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I hate these guys, but we love you. Make sure.
Hey, maybe we should go live, John. Maybe we should go live. Maybe we should record from Big Noon Kickoff.
Maybe we will. Okay, but I will say this: last time Big Noon Kickoff was there, Cosmo was on fire. So a lot of fun to be had. I think it kicked off with him jumping out of a helicopter and parachuting in. So
that's the mascot, right? That's what you're talking about. Okay,
correct.
Copy.
Danny,
I know you're a Duck fan, but
while you're down there too, so
say what?
Eat a cougar. Find a way to get a cougar tail to eat while you're down there too.
Oh yeah, those things. Yeah, okay, all right.
Maple bars in your face.
18 inches.
Let's do it. Hey, I'm game, dude. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
we talked about Blackwoods, and now we're talking about cougar tails.
Cougar tails.
Love me some cougar tails,
everybody.
Man.
Thanks for tuning in this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Business.
Like and subscribe.